Because if we're left to our own devices, we're just like naughty school children.
I know.
Hello and welcome to Game On, the show that...
No, Dad, we haven't got time for this. Come on, let's just do it.
Okay, the show that puts the games before the gags, apparently.
That's better. Coming up this week.
Battlefield 3 takes a relaxed approach to war.
The Penguin proves he's a proper geezer.
Uncharted is unwritten.
The world's most expensive video game.
And we reveal the spicy plot to Gears of War 3.
I've got to find him.
First up today, Battlefield 3 bosses have been telling gamers not to worry about the console performance of their upcoming first-person shooter, despite the fact it will only run at 30 FPS with a 720p resolution.
I have literally no idea what you're saying, Dan. Just give me a gun, let me play the game, and then I'm happy.
Well, fortunately for you, Steph, that's exactly the attitude DICE VP Carl Magnus Troderson wants you to take.
Him? He sounds like he could be a baddie in a Stieg Larsson novel.
Who?
The girl with the dragon tattoo man. That guy.
Right, well, regardless of his moral swingings, Carl said the pace in Battlefield is slightly slower than some other twitchy shooters of today.
Sounds like a subtle dig at a certain rival first-person shooter that runs at 60 frames a second and is as fast-paced as Usain Bolt.
Oh, I have no idea what game you could be talking about.
Modern Warfare 3, you cretin.
As for the highness of the high definition of Battlefield, DICE have defended their decision to stick at 720p rather than try out its more decadent cousin 1080.
Yeah, apparently this switch would result in too many compromises like not so many players, smaller maps and fewer vehicles.
And let's face it, war is gritty and ugly. It's not supposed to be beautiful.
It's not. Of course, in an attempt to keep the console version of Battlefield 3 in line with its PC cousin...
Extended family, lots of cousins.
Lots of cousins. DICE devs have had to compact the levels a bit for 360 and PS3 fans.
Which is a bit of a shame, really.
Why?
Well, you know, with all the trailers and everything, I'm worried it'll feel like being teased with a Rolls Royce and then given a Fiat Punto.
Don't worry about that, Dan. There are still jets. Jets, Dan. Jets.
Jets!
Jets.
Awesome. Now, we reckon those people over at Rocksteady have been watching a bit too much Mary Poppins.
Or at least they've been thinking Dick Van Dyke does a good Cockney impression.
Because they've let the Penguin out of his cage and he sounds like this.
So, Batman, you here for the cops or me?
He's a geezer.
A Bacardi Breezer.
A fridge freezer.
A lemon squeezer.
Christy.
This is the Damien Hirst proper butchers at the Penguin in action.
And he looks like a proper shepherd's plaid pot and pan.
Yeah, when his West Ham reserves get the better of him, he takes his Auntie Ella and bang, shoots some brown bread.
Not a chicken and rice fella at all.
Maybe he's so angry because he's named after a flightless Richard III.
True, he is definitely marbles and conkers.
It's just plain Pete Tong.
It is.
The Penguin, aka Oswald Cobblepot, is not the only big reveal in the new trailer though.
Nope, comic book fans will be pleased to see a fleeting glimpse of Solomon Grundy.
He was born on a Monday.
Christened on Tuesday.
He was making love by Wednesday, and on Thursday, Friday and Saturday he chilled on Sunday.
That was Craig David.
Oh.
Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday.
For a drink on Tuesday, we were making love by Wednesday, and on Thursday and Friday and Saturday we chilled on Sunday.
Solomon Grundy is perhaps most famous for being an enemy of the Green Lantern, though he's cropped up against Batman and Superman over the years as well.
He's an intriguing baddie, as he is in fact a zombie. He was murdered, left in a swamp, and then reanimated 50 years later.
I hate it when that happens.
Well, with no memory of his past life and his ears full of dirty swamp water, he went on a rampage of crime.
And now it looks like he'll be Penguin's guard dog in Arkham City.
Poor Solomon. Looks like Batman's are coming for you.
But he can't kill him, he's already dead.
Well, then who could?
It's funny you should ask, because I have something to show you. He is the ultimate superhero. Yes, that's his superhero name.
That's a pretty rubbish name. I'm getting less excited now.
Well, prepare for excitement galore, because here he is. Here's the result of a survey by Love Film to find out what film fans want in their ultimate superhero. So he's got Rorschach's mask, Batman's rubber suit, Wolverine's claws, and the Dark Knight's utility belt.
You forgot Bob the Builder's wellies. Could you define the word Uncharted for me, please?
Well, it means not yet surveyed or investigated, unfamiliar, unknown, undiscovered, unexplored.
And have you seen anything of the much talked of Uncharted film yet?
No.
I think I've made my point. That would be because it's back to the drawing board for the film adaptation of the much-loved PlayStation 3 game franchise.
Earlier this year, the film's director, David O. Russell, famed for his work on The Fighter and Three Kings, well, he quit the project citing creative differences.
The new director not only has a name we want to eat, but also directed the action thriller Limitless.
That man is Neil Burger.
Burger.
What's your secret? Medication.
Despite Mr. Quarter Pounder saying he loves the game and thinks it will be a great start for the movie, he's also admitted that he's binned the previous script like a piece of rubbish.
Nice analogy.
Thanks.
His exact words when speaking at Comic-Con were, "I'm rewriting the script from scratch, starting like right now, like we are just starting now."
Apparently he was sat at a typewriter when he said it.
Under the previous director, Marky Mark Wahlberg was rumoured to be playing the lead role of Nathan Drake. But now there's a new man at the helm, more names are being thrown into the mix.
Bradley Cooper, who starred in Cheeseburger's Limitless, has been touted as a possible treasure hunter, but the director's not giving anything away.
I'll take it.
No, instead he said, once you get to the end of the screenplay, you see who's available, who seems right. Well, just throwing it out there, but I reckon I'll be free when the screenplay's finished.
Dan, this is an action-adventure film with a rugged superhero, not a movie about a socially awkward, sarcastic boy from Sheffield.
Oh yeah, well, at least I'm not short.
I am not short.
Those are ridiculous heels.
They're not ridiculous.
I want to kill everybody in the world.
Now, some say it provides essential training for anyone attempting to properly pack shopping into a hatchback.
It does. Others say it was a communist conspiracy sent to enslave the world.
Whatever your thoughts are on Tetris, the game designed by Alexei Pajitnov in the Soviet Union back in 1984, you have to admit the simplicity of fitting together shapes, or tetrominos to give them their proper title, has stood the test of time.
It has. You can play it on just about every console that's ever been made, and though it might look brighter and shinier, the basics of the game have never changed.
It's a cheap and simple game for the ages.
Or is it? A Japanese Sega Mega Drive edition of Tetris has been valued at $1 million by its owner, who's stuck it on eBay.
$1 million? Is this some sort of joke?
Nope, but there are only about 10 editions of said game in the world.
So what? There are only about 10 copies of my unauthorised biography in existence, but no one's valued that at $1 million.
There's a reason for that though, Dan.
Charming.
The game is also signed by Alexei Pajitnov.
Okay, admittedly he is a god amongst tetrophiles, but still, $1 million? It's quite a bit more than the $16,000 he paid for it.
Apparently though, he's considering any offers over 22 grand.
Oh, well, that's a bargain then.
He's a very reasonable man.
And finally, the Gears of War 3 ending has been leaked all over the internet like water from a loose tap.
You're full of excellent metaphors today.
Yeah, well, who do you think leaked the ending? A disgruntled Epic Games employee? A friend of developer Cliffy B? A hacker?
Any of those would make perfect sense.
Well, they're all wrong. It was, in fact, the Old Spice guy. Isaiah Mustafa has been cast in Gears 3 as an unnamed COG soldier.
Undoubtedly the best-smelling COG soldier.
Yeah, well, in a response to a tweet from Cliffy B asking if his abs can deflect bullets, he decided to divulge a little more than expected.
My abs do reflect the bullets of the Locust Horde, but that's not the most shocking part of this highly popular first-person shooter game. Anya and I fall deeply in love, and that love inspires an entire world to reject war and instead embrace peace, ruining first-person shooter games forever.
Well, whatever he thinks true love will do to the world, it's nothing compared to what a lack of first-person shooters would do to gamers.
That's all from Game On for this week. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/GameOnTV.
And follow us on Twitter for inane updates about our lives.
Oh my god, Nat's just eaten some toast.
Awesome! See, now we're off to wash in Old Spice while trying to perfect the perfect Cockney accent.
More gaming giraffes next week. Okay, the show that could... First up today on the news.
I'm worried about my sons.
Loser.
Just be honest, does my hair look like I'm in Little House on the Prairie?
No.
Little House on the Hairy?
No.
Not even this top bit here.
No. Jets. Like the Jets and the Sharks.
Like the
Battlefield.
Benny and the Jets.
Don't know what that is. DICE devs have had to compact the levels a bit for
Way. Of course, in an attempt to keep that.
Right, this is my favourite bit.
Ooh. Wouldn't have known you came from the mean streets of Sheffield.
No. He's a geezer, a Bacardi breezer, a lemon squeezer.
Oh, is this happening?
This is the Damien Hirst proper butchers.
What is happening?
This is the Damien Hirst proper butchers at the Penguin. All right, mate. I sound like Michael Caine.
To find out what film fans. God. Film fans.
Yeah.
He is Rorschach's mask.
Sorry, Rorschach.
He is the.
That would be.
What? Despite Mr. Quarter Pounder saying he loves the game. What is wrong with that?
Mark Wahlberg was rumoured to be playing.
Sorry.
Don't comment on what I'm
I was
saying.
just thinking, awesome. Sorry.
My unauthorised autobiography, but how do you have an unauthorised autobiography? Well, whatever he thinks true. Whatever he thinks. Whatever he thinks true. Whoa, whatever.
You've got that line down.
Yeah. Oh my God. Nat's just eaten some toast.
OMG. Anyway, we're off to go and watch.
Oh my God. My phone's upside down.